system, who are the ancient Egyptians, they give us the same fucking identity. These pale skinned Arabs. But when you ask one of these niggas, oh, the ancient Egyptians, black brother, they're black, dark skinned, bro. Anything over here, you niggas lost our motherfucking mind. Ain't no motherfucking indigenous person, dark skin, woolly hair. Y'all motherfuckers that smoke some weed, nigga. But we say the same thing. Niggas that believe that the ancient Egyptians were dark skinned people. Because the white man says these motherfuckers are here. Now, when we say, hold on, brother, those ancient Egyptians were real melanated. Y'all agree with that shit, right? Both of you agree that the ancient Egyptians was melanated, quote unquote, black people.
I would say I agree that the Egyptians were melanated. I mean, I think so. Over time, the Egyptians had been separated because the yeah, they were people of color. It's not color.
Unbelievable and 100% successful rescue operation in Iran for the weapons officer on the shot down F-15. That includes, we now know the United States built a secret airstrip, airbase, whatever you want to call it, right next to one of Iran's nuke facilities. In fact, their most important nuke facility at Esfahan, as well as the United States.
From you, no.
I already answered him and said Egyptians are people of color. And then Africa.
Okay, that's what she believes.
I did say.
Hey, the word color was invented in the U.S., man. Just so y'all know. You know what I'm saying? It was invented in the U.S. during the Jim Crow era. It was during the Jim Crow era. That's when color was created.
Okay, so if the Sudanese tell you that they were the ancient Egyptians and they were reclassified as Sudanese, would you believe that?
If you say reclassified, I guess you're reclassified.
Blowing up several of their own aircraft, plus more details about the CIA deception campaign to bring our brave F-15.
So it's a lot going on today, man. I want to hop on real quick. Happy Easter, everybody. Before I get started, some people know I'm special warfare veteran, served in the United States Navy. In SWCC, SWCC. If you look it up, actually, I'll look it up for us. SWCC. I like to explain to people what I actually did when I was in the Navy. Like a lot of people have no idea about this particular whatchamajiggy, right? So Special Warfare Combatant Crewman, you said, pronounced SWCC, elite U.S. Navy Special Operations Forces who operate and maintain high-performance boats to insert, extract, and support Navy SEALs in shallow, coastal, or riverine environments known as quad professionals. So what I'm about to talk about, I'm probably not supposed to be talking about, but I just wanted to share some things because we actually rescued two of our active duty members in the military that were shot down aircraft. I think it was the F-15, F something. I'm not the aircraft Air Force guy. I'm more of a water boat guy. But somebody got shot down, had two people that was in enemy territory. We had to go and get them, never leave a man behind. And I wanted to read up on it, at least watch it, the latest and greatest with you guys, man. So let's check it out. And I like David, man. I like David. He's real up to date with a lot of things. So I, what I'm saying, bounce off some of the things he's saying, some of the things I see on the news, some of the things I read, plus the things that I know. And again, we're gonna make this real quick. The weapons officer was the second person that was in the aircraft. When the aircraft was getting shot down, they start, doing the emergency. They hit the button, jumping out, hold, seat, and then you actually, use your bungee cord and your parachute and all that. I remember they gave us an opportunity to go to jump school. They was like, "Do you want to go to jump school, Marcus?" I was like, "No, I do not want to go to jump school." Jump school is actually where you volunteer to jump out of a perfectly good airplane and land on the ground. And I heard that some people was busting their knees open. You know how crazy you got to be when you have aircraft and it crashed. And even though it crashed, you're rescuing the pilot that accidentally crashed the jet. And you want to blow it up to make sure the crash jet doesn't get into enemy hands. So shout out to that. Hey, what's going on?
You already there?
No, I'm just sitting here. I was just looking at what Taminum just put. They was like, "Yeah, hurry up, hurry up." But y'all ready? You driving?
Still to the program. I just got up and looking at the address.
Yeah, yeah. I'm already. I'm about to leave from over here at Chris' house. Then I'm gonna head that way. So I'm closer to Challenger and shit.
Okay. Let's look. I just want to make sure we didn't miss it because it's already 3. We probably won't get this till like 4.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. I know they said it started at 1, but we should be good. I got some Easter egg stuff, so we good.
Okay.
All right. Peace out.
That Siberian DNA coming, and then my other like right.
Remember when we invaded Afghanistan a couple years back? We invaded Afghanistan and we had to get up out of there real quick. We ended up leaving a lot of equipment behind, weapons, tanks, all type of stuff that we did not want to leave. And when you leave stuff behind, it gets into the hands of the enemy. And that's exactly what we did not want to happen again when it comes to Iran. in order for a plane to be that low to the ground, that means that they ain't worried about nothing. They ain't worried about nothing. They ain't worried about nothing. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know, like, ain't nobody gonna shoot at you, ain't no bazookas, no handguns, no rocks. Nothing's gonna reach you when you're flying that low as an airplane to any other enemy territory. This is a war that's going on, right? So it'll let you know, like, how much of a strain the U.S. has on Iranian air. So shout out to the team. Shout out to the U.S., man. Red, white, and blue. Now they said that the Iranians gave an award, $50,000. It was like, hey man, you gonna get a $50,000 award. And again, shout out to David Hookstead. He always dropping content, the latest and greatest when it comes to the war. I came across this page, man. I was like, man, he got the up to date news, right? So I want to share some of this up to date news with y'all with my perspective. And anytime you get an award to catch an American that's down in enemy territory, don't go and get the award. It's not worth it. It's not worth your life. You can hear the sound of my voice. You're in Iran. $50,000 is what they were saying that they would give to the Iranians that would turn in the soldier and or soldiers, pilots that were blown out of their plane by enemy fire. So $50,000 again is not worth your life, man. Don't do it, man. The Americans probably give you a couple million if you turn us in to the right people. You know what I'm saying? Because when you actually eject yourself from an airplane, you can land in the hands of the good Iranians or in the hands of the bad Iranians. And so with today being Easter, to hear the good news that the pilot was found, both of them was found. That's just music to my ears, man. Happy Easter. You know how scared you would be to eject from an airplane that was about to bomb some enemy territory, and you landing in the territory of the people that you was about to bomb, and you there for 48 hours, not 4 to 8 hours, 48 hours. To be in enemy territory 48 hours, man, it take a lot of training, man. We got this training we go through called SEER training. I went to SEER school. It was search, evade, rescue, some escape, something like that. All I know is that it was life changing and life saving. And I remember like it was yesterday. So if I ever find myself in enemy territory, I think I'm gonna be good to go. One thing you got to do is get high. When he landed in that Iranian land and the soil, you don't want to stay low so people on the higher terrains can see you. When they come and looking for you, they're gonna be looking from the higher spot. So you want to get this as high as you can get. When the plane lands, when the plane crashes, you don't want to stay in that same area. You want to start. As soon as it hit, boom, you hit the ground. You got to take off and get somewhere, as if your life depended on it. And somewhere that you want to go is somewhere far away and high, so that the people can't come and find you, man. So, SEER school, man. Hey, man. They teach you how to live off the land. You know, live off the $50,000 reward. 50,000 ain't enough, man. Don't do it, man. Just a sidearm. You in enemy territory where they got missiles and nukes and uranium and bazookas and grenades and tanks. and all you got is a little handgun, man. You got a little firearm, man. Anytime we lose somebody or somebody ejects himself from an airplane in enemy territory, all the other missions stop. All the other missions stop. Everything stops. People, they turn all the resources into finding this individual by any means necessary. So shout out to everybody that played a hero. So this from President Donald Trump. We got him. My fellow Americans, over the past several hours, the United States military pulled off one of the most daring search and rescue operations in U.S. history for one of our incredible crew members, officers, who also happens to be a highly respected colonel, and who I am thrilled to let you know is now safe and sound. This brave warrior was behind enemy lines in the treacherous mountains of Iran, being hunted down by our enemies, who were getting closer and closer by the hour, but was never truly alone because his commander-in-chief, Secretary of War, chairman of Joint Chief of Staffs, and fellow warfighters were monitoring his location 24 hours a day and diligently planning for his rescue. At my direction, of course, he got to take, you know what I'm saying? At my direction, the U.S. military sent dozens of aircraft armed with the most lethal weapons in the world to retrieve him. He sustained injuries, but he will be just fine. This miraculous search and rescue operation comes in addition to a successful rescue and another brave pilot yesterday. So again, shout out to all the war fighters, like we were saying, going over there to get my man. If you get the opportunity to go to SEER School, man, go. Go, STRE. Let me show you guys what SEER School is, man. Again, if you get the opportunity to go to SEER School, go. SEER School, let's see if it pulls up here. Here we go. Let me share this tab instead. Here we got survival, evasion, resistance, and escape. One day I'm gonna do a whole video on SEER School and my experience and what it was like, and the high stress and the intensive military training that it entails. It's designed to prepare pilots, special operations forces, and high-risk personnel for survival in isolated environments or captivity, kind of like what these pilots experience. It teaches essential survival techniques, evasion tactics, and resistance to interrogation, focusing on the code of conduct. Don't snitch. That's the code of conduct, man. The same code of conduct that they have in the streets is the same code of conduct they have in the military, man. If anybody go to SEER School, we know the rules, man. Don't snitch. You know what I'm saying? If they ask you how many people was on the plane with you, I don't remember. I don't recall. They ask you what the mission was. I don't remember. I don't recall. They ask you anything, where you come from. I don't remember. I don't recall, because if you answer the questions wrong, anything can happen. Again, man, SEER School was cool, man. Purpose. Use trained personnel surviving extreme weather conditions, Arctic, desert, jungle, cold, hot. I remember like it was yesterday. They said, don't run. They didn't say don't run because they didn't want you to run. They said don't run because you could run into a cactus at night, in the middle of the night, that you couldn't see before you felt it. That's why they said don't run. When they tell you don't run in SEER School, they telling you don't run for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like saying don't run on the side of at the pool. You could slip and fall. The school is known for being extremely difficult, utilizing stress, sleep deprivation, and hunger to simulate POW scenarios. Yes, and they worked. You don't eat for a couple of days. You go hungry unless you go eat the spiders, the bugs, the ants, the grass. Locations can be in the middle of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? They got different training facilities. Requirement is always mandatory for air crew, special operations, and personnel in high-risk roles, man. So anybody that's in a high-risk role, that finds themselves in the military, man, you will find yourself in SEER school. You get the opportunity, go. Don't avoid it. I did avoid jump school, but I would recommend you not avoid SEER school. But, yeah, that's it, man. Shout out to all the military men and women, active duty, and veterans, and their families. Happy Easter.